In this lecture, we'll look more closely at the U.S. healthcare system and compare it to other healthcare systems which are in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development and other countries. Please take the time to read through the 2014 report published by the Commonwealth Fund called Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, How the Performance of the U.S. Healthcare System Compares Internationally. This report is included in the supplemental reading for week 1 and can be found in the course reserves. Here we see the growth of the United States health expenditures per capita and as a percentage of gross domestic product from 1960 to 2012. In 2012, the United States healthcare costs were $8,925 per person, for a total of 17.2% of the total gross domestic product. By 2013, the health care costs were $9,255, and the percentage of total gross domestic product had risen to 17.4%. In this graph, we can see that the per capita expenditures in the United States far exceeds the per capita expenditure of some other countries, and is far outside the range of other countries' per capita expenditures related to their gross domestic product per capita. In relation to all of the other OECD countries, the U.S. expenditure as a percentage of GDP is not only higher than all the other OECD countries, but the ratio of public and private per capita expenditures in the United States is completely different than any other OECD country. It should be pointed out that although it is not included in this graph, the percentage of private funding for health expenditures in the other OECD countries is increasing. In spite of the considerably more health expenditures per capita in the United States, the overall ranking places the United States at the bottom of all the OECD countries. This gap between the quality of life and the health expenditures is dramatically demonstrated in this graph. Although the United States spends considerably more per capita on their health care, life expectancy is substantially lower than many of the other OECD countries. It's gratifying to see that the life expectancy of people living in the United States is higher than some of the non-OECD countries, such as India, Russia, Brazil, Mexico, and China. So the information presented in these graphs and the other data provided in the Commonwealth Fund report suggests the following questions. Does the United States have the best care health system in the world? How is the United States health system best measured? Are we getting our money's worth? What should be done differently?